And we're here, of course, to work out and do a little bit of ATP tour development, part of a readiness program that we created for our players. And in this case, Myles, right? All right. But what you guys don't know back in America is one of my good buddies, good friends, like my brother, you can say best friend and brother, is in Beaumont, Texas. His name is Russell Grogan. And I'm at this tournament, and we've been walking around watching them do their preps and stuff. And I remember back in the day when Russell and I had dare put on a professional tennis tournament in Beaumont, and it was my first one. Okay, it was a future at that time. They were still doing satellites, but we got fortunate enough to do a one-off future. And anyway, just reminiscing on that, I wanted to give a shout out to NexxPlayer Tennis Academy, and I'm here with player Myles Martin. We've been discussing in the hotel room, like, hey, we need to acknowledge Russell and some of the many things that he's done there, right? Right. And in Beaumont. And I know he's no longer at the big tennis center, but he has a smaller place, I think, in Beaumont now, maybe even 2 locations. However, he's put out a lot of great tennis players, and I think that it is something for Beaumont to kind of find a way. You know, I think there's an opportunity here for Beaumont to find a way to acknowledge him, is what I've been saying. It's one thing to recognize him for his community service and things like that, but the fact is he is an awesome tennis coach, a great mentor for young people, and also for older guys. You know, so it's shocking to see that we were talking about this, Russell. Okay, you're gonna get me for this. Let me get some more light because I'm a little dark, so I'm gonna go ahead and face this way. Okay, so it's shocking to know that Russell is not really out there. And we were talking like, you know what would it be like to bring Russell out when we start going out there traveling on the tour and get him to come out? But I think that there's still a lot of value in Beaumont. Okay, I think there are a lot of good young players, and if not now, then there's some already ready for people like Russell to kind of sow into. Right? Tell me just a little shout out to Russell. You wanted to give him some praise or whatever and say something.
For sure. So, Jesse, we would always go out with a few of the players that that you had at the time that you were coaching. We'd always go out to Beaumont, and the main thing that I remember from going out to Beaumont and those trips that we had to just go out and practice and go out to his deal where he had set up out there. The main thing that I remember from that is that he always had something good to say. He always had a point to where he'd help me with my game, or pretty much just see the things that I wasn't seeing at the time. And almost kind of in a sense, it was almost like he was trained from you in a sense, where you have helped him a lot with what you were doing at the time. And I know he was kind of under you at one point. But he always has a good way of bringing a different perspective to the game that you don't always see immediately. So he's definitely good with that. So I believe that he'd be an awesome aspect and an awesome asset, I should say, to what we're doing now and going on the tour.
And I think that you know, having the limited amount of courts that Russ has right now is still fine, because you only need one seed in the soil, right? And spend time forming that thing, okay? So we're just sharing that. We wanted to we'll think about you. You were on our hearts, Russell, and Russell Grogan. And, of course, he's dealing with some other players there. I know now he's kind of mentoring Jason and some other people that's under his tutelage, and a lot of the little young kids that we've seen there in some of the photos and stuff. So anyway, we're excited about it, and just wanted to sow into you, Russell Grogan, with NexxPlayer Tennis Academy, and in Beaumont, Texas, and working with Parks and Recreation as well over there. I think those guys have been doing a fairly good job over there. Be nice to see more come out of that big tennis center that they have there. So I'm always an advocate for Parks to Pros type of play. And speaking of, one time, I'm going to say this here on camera, right? I won't be too long on my soapbox, but we had a conversation where I was talking with him about when I went down to Beaumont, visited with City Council a little bit. I'm an advocate for people, okay? I'm here right now because I'm a fighter for this young man here, right? So you don't come from the Parks to the Pros. And we're in, let me say again, Lyon, France right now, okay? So when they saw me in Beaumont, Texas, you know, we even talked about in the proposal having the Parks to Pros program, which is really a seed program where you start people from a small area and then you bring them up, right? This is not just getting people in the game. It's actually doing something with them, right? We're talking from seed to fruit. We said from the parks to the
pros.
To the pros, okay? So, and I say that because people say, well, man, you know, Jesse has this program where he's developing people. Everyone, your mother, your father, they're some sort of professional, right? Even in the service industry, right? You're from grass, from seed to fruit. That's what it's about. We're not just participating, right? There has to be an expectation. And as we've watched the people behind us water this clay here, right, to make it malleable. Young people are malleable. They're very impressionable. So I'm very picky about this Beaumont, and I want to see Beaumont grow. I believe that there's still life and there, that there's some great thing, that there's wheat, not tear, over there. You know what I mean? Amen? And so that's what this is about. It's just noting that that tennis center, that community, if they could come together, they have everything they need there. They have a Russell Grogan there who's sown into you.
Exactly right.
You were in Houston, Beaumont Texas, and now you're in. These guys are preparing for the match to come on, and we're already here. By the way, we got credentials here. So just to kind of show this kind of stuff of what we're doing. Where are my credentials? Give me my credentials right quick. Give me that. So I'm going to flip this over and show, because I have 2 credentials, right? And you can see some of that, whatever that is. So if that can focus on there anyway, so that they understand, right? This is not ticket buying or whatever. This is real development. And everybody can afford this on the level in which they're really willing to give, not pay, okay, but how much you're willing to sow into this with commitment and dedication, right? Young people can do that. But there can also be a program for that. And I think that I encourage, Russell and the city of Beaumont, Parks and Recreation, even the city of Houston, Texas, to get on board, right? So that more things like this can happen. Because this is what real impact looks like. Not just getting people in the game and getting them, getting a job. You got to have a goal. There must be a mission, and we have to be held accountable in order to accomplish it. And look at it this way. This is just part of the development. This is part of competency training. Amen? This is not even the actual thing where we're doing it. He's here, he's playing, he's practicing with a lot of guys on the tour, and that's a great thing, okay? So anyway, just wanted to share. I'm going to jump off of that. Whatever that means, we have to feed what we desire to grow, okay? Feed what we desire to grow. All right, anyway, to Russell Grogan and all the city of Beaumont, even the city of Houston, okay? We just want to let you guys know that we're thinking about you there. And but this video was really for Russell Grogan. Right. Okay? so I just want to share that part there. And with NexxPlayer Tennis Academy, giving you guys a lot of praise. For every player, boy, girl, man or woman, the athlete, we pride ourselves on winning inside the lines. Together with Jesse Cooper